Hello, guys, and welcome to the United Journal. This is the Academy Review with myself, Ross, and Ben from the Football Draft. Say hi, Ben.
Hi guys.
So, Ben, pleased to have you here, man, to chat a bit about the Academy Review, what the boys are doing, and some recent results from games gone by. So, I thought we could start off with, well, on a negative note, really. It was a 1-0 loss to Liverpool in the FA Youth Cup. It was just a real pity because Liverpool were down to 10 men for about half an hour of the game, and we really could have capitalised on that, but we didn't. So what did you make of it?
I thought it was okay. It was interesting to see the lineup. I mean, we had players like Shoretire and Hannibal and Hugo, who normally I see in the under 23s. So with the under 23s, it seemed that they had a wee break. So it was nice to see players like that able to play in. And on the game, to me, it looked like Man United had plenty of chances. I remember a few chances with, was it Fernandez when a defender cleared it off the line from a shot from him. Uh, Hannibal got right to byline. He could have cut it back, and Shoretire right at the end had a chance. For me, it was quite frustrating because it looked like we had enough to get at least one goal, and with Liverpool getting the man sent off, I feel like we could have capitalised on that more.
Yeah, I really think we could have. I mean, the goal that we let in was such a simple ball over the top, and such a simple cross that we really could have negated. I mean, I love. I just wanted to talk in particular about our two centre backs for that game, which was Will Fish and Alvaro Fernandez. They seem like two really good players, but they dealt with that quite badly. So I was a real pity that we let in such a goal such as that. So what do you make of Alvaro Fernandez as a player, not only in that game, but in his Man United career so far? We signed him from Madrid in the summer. What do you make of him as a player? Could you see him as a future Man United star?
100%, 100%. I've seen him a few times. He seems to be quite versatile as well. I've seen him play at left back. I've seen him play centre back, and he seems to fill in whatever role he's in quite well. And he seems to be quite quick as well. So if he's playing at left back, he's quick enough to get up, and if he's playing at centre back, he has that recovery pace if needed to stop last minute chances or whatever. And I think he's very promising, and I've seen enough from him to think that maybe in a couple of years' time he could get an opportunity in the first team, even if it's just in a wee cup game, if because you know how Ollie is with his youth. So I am very excited for a player like Fernandez. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, you made a great point there. It's great that we have a player so versatile that can play so many different positions. I think Brandon Williams, you can see some similarities to them as players. That Brandon Williams could play either fullback position. And it's great to have such flexible defenders in that way that they can play any position. So that's great. As for his future, I don't know if I've seen enough of Fernandez to make that decision. I mean, I've been watching him for a while now, but he does. His recovery pace, I think, is something that needs to be worked on. I think, as we covered on the Football Draft podcast, we have defenders that don't have enough recovery pace, Maguire and Lindelof particularly. So I think we need to focus on defenders that have that. I think Will Fish, the other centre back there, has better recovery pace. And I think as a defender, he's better in the air. And I just think as a player, he's got more about him than Fernandez at times. And I think the team really, Fish was injured there for a while, and I think the team really did miss him. So I'm glad to see him back. But I don't know. I just think that I could see Will Fish more so, I think, than Fernandez. That's just me anyway. But listen, it's so hard to tell at this age for players because they are only youth games, and they are focusing on individual development. Neil Ryan said that, so I think it's important that we focus on the fact that they are in their youth. So yeah, we'll see how they go. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It is hard because when you see them performing in the way they are, it, it's hard to say whether they could do that at top level because, like you said, it's youth games and every day they're improving as it is. Every game they'll come over a new challenge. So it is quite hard to say now whether they could be future stars in the Man United first team. But look, we have a great academy, so it'll be exciting to see the development that they have, and they continue to progress over the next few years.
Yeah, exactly. But listen, it's disappointing to be going out in the FA Youth Cup. But it would have been a great opportunity for the boys, but it's just one of those things. Better news. The game before that, versus Everton. We're top of the under-18 Premier League at the minute. We're 2 points clear of Man City. So that's a bit of good news. We beat Everton 2-0. What did you make of that game?
Yeah, it was a very good performance. One thing that's always impressed me whenever I've seen our academy teams play, whether it's under 18s or under 23s, is our passing seems to be a lot better and more precise and more exciting than the opposition. For example, the first goal against Everton, which was forcing the passing on the inside and into McNeil, and McNeil one touch and reverse pass. I mean, for a young player like that, it's superb vision, and
Really
I was very
impressive, yeah.
impressed with that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I've loved McNeil since he's come. So
yeah, I really have. I think he's going to be a star, that kid. And just the way that pass just cut through the Everton defense. I mean, it looked like he nutmegged two defenders. I think it was at least one, but no, it was just really good performance from him. And I love how McNeil, for a young player, he seems so composed on the ball. He doesn't give it away too easily, and he's very calm. And that's something that I noticed for a lot of players. Hannibal, on the other hand, I think at times can be a bit panicky, and he feels he has to let go of the ball very quick. And maybe that's something to do with the player that he is. I mean, he's very fast, and I mean, he gets tackled all the time, so he feels he needs to get rid of the ball quicker. Maybe that's it. But I just think McNeil is very he's just very much able to keep calm on the ball, composed, and hit a good pass. Like that, and that first goal is created entirely by him. So he should take full credit for that. But yeah, it was a great goal. And then what did you make? It was 2-0. What did you make of the second goal?
it, I think the wind helped us a little bit because what I could see from a few balls going in, the wind helped like hold it up a little bit.
What was
And
that keeper doing?
I know, I
God, it
mean,
was awful.
fair play
We'll take
to
it,
Will
but
Fish. Yeah, exactly. I mean, fair play to Will Fish. The ball was in the air for such a long time, and for him to still get his head on it before any Everton defender, fair play to him. But I think he would have been surprised to see it go in, considering what the keeper was doing. It surprised me, but as they said on commentary, not gonna have any complaints with that going in. So.
no, that's it. But listen, it's just great to see. Although I'm disappointed about Liverpool, it's great to see, and I'd love us to win a bit of silverware with one in the under-18 Premier League would be such a big boost. I know that's not what it's about at academy level, but I just think that it would be great for them to get that sense of gaining a trophy and build that winning mentality, because that has to be built from the ground up. And that's something you got to praise Ollie for. And I really do. It's the way that he's implemented the youth onto the first team and given them so many opportunities. You look at the likes of a Short Thierry there, who is one of the youngest players to play for the Europa League for us, I believe. One of them anyway. And opportunities like that have to be praised and applauded. So it's great to see that he's implementing the quality that we have at our youth level onto the first team, which is great to see. But on a more unfortunate note again, the under 23s. Tell me about that game. What did you make of it?
Man United, it was the same with the Liverpool game in some aspects, with under 18s, where they seem to have plenty of the ball. Their attacking play is always very good, but they just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. And then as soon as Spurs took the lead, they just seemed to lose their heads a little bit, and um, they didn't seem to have the patience and the calmness on the ball anymore. They seemed to try to rush everything. And so it didn't help because I don't know if you heard about it. There was a brawl in the second half. That's how Garbraith got sent off, which is it's stupid, really. And he's young. I mean, he's short tempered. He'll grow from that, but it seemed unnecessary. But it just seemed to. I know it's academy level, so you can't really expect like the same maturity and the same composure. But it was just frustrating because at the beginning of the game, they seem to be in it with Shoretire and Hannibal. You know, their creativity is top class for the ages and the level they're playing at. They seem to be able to cut open Spurs enough, but they didn't take their chances. And then once they went a goal down, they just didn't have that same composure. And yeah, like I said, they just wanted to rush their way through, and it seemed very underwhelming to me. So
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think it's very reflective of what Neil Wood's side's capable of. I think that, as I mentioned before, we have so much quality in that pitch. I think for that game anyway, I think it was a mentality thing. I don't think it was that Spurs were entirely the better team. It was just that when we went a goal down, we seemed to drop the heads, and we didn't want to fight to get back into it, which is kind of a bit more worrying because you could understand if you were tactically beaten or there was just better quality facing you, but that sort of mentality, I think, that needs to be improved, and I think it's something that Neil Wood needs to look at for his players and sort of riling them back up again to try, because that's what United are famous for, and especially this season. I mean, you look at the many times the first team has come back. Look at Brighton there. The many times that we've come back from 1-0 down or even 2-0 down to come back and winning the game. I just think that mentality needs to be reflected in our youth, because it's the way United seem to be going forward at the minute. So I just think with the academy sort of dropping their heads for that game, the under 23s, it is a bit disappointing. But listen, we move forward, we move on. So are you looking forward to the next game, and where can everyone watch it?
yeah, of course, it's under 23s. It's West Ham next, I believe.
Friday,
Um,
yeah, I think so.
yeah, uh, always on MUTV. I always like to tune in on some of these games. It's always exciting to see because I like to see potential future players, see them come through, and the football they play is actually very very good. They're actually exciting to watch, and I would encourage a lot of fans to tune into that because the academy we have it's very big and it's very exciting. So definitely tune into that, and I think the importance of that game is just to get back to winning ways and just forget about the Spurs game and just move on. To be honest, I think a win is more important than a good performance, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. I think we need to put the game behind us, as you said, and just focus on these games coming forward. I mean, obviously, under 23s are playing on Friday night at 7 o'clock, and the under 18s are 11:30 on Saturday morning versus Stoke. That's always a hard game. Stoke are always a weird side, so it'll be an interesting game. But I just think McNeil, I'm telling you, he's a one to watch. Keep watching that kid because he could be a future star at this club. Definitely. As I mentioned, with that composure, with that calmness at his age, I think it's really something that needs to be looked at. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on them. And of course, as always, United Journal will be keeping track of these updates in these games as we go. If you're not able to watch the game, keep an eye on our Twitter, and we'll keep updating you, live match commentary and what's going on. You can follow me. We shameless plug. You can follow me on Twitter, Ross W United 18. Ben, where can they see more of you and the football draft?
Yeah, you can follow me at UTD Beno, and then you can also look at the football draft at TFD 2021, and look at us on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. We release episodes of our podcast on Wednesdays, and we just cover Premier League football, Man United, and just European football, Europa League, Champions League. So yeah, tune in for that. It's very good, and make sure to also keep up with the United Journal. I like what they're doing, and it's nice to see them growing.
Cheers, Ben. You'll also catch me in the football draft. I'm a bit of both. So if you want to see more of my mug, you can follow me on the football draft as well. So yeah, listen, Ben, thanks for joining me today, mate, and hopefully we'll get speaking again soon about the academy and the future of Manchester United.
Perfect. Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers, man. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to hit subscribe and see that wee bell down there. Make sure to press that because that'll let you know whenever we upload a new video, which will be very, very regularly. So all the best, guys. Cheers, and I'll see you soon.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Check these videos out too and make sure to drop a like and a comment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Man United exclusive videos. Tap on the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos. See you soon.